Hello, thank you for watching. If you could subscribe or leave a like or leave a comment, I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for watching. So I have two of these bale spikes made by Howard FarmHand. And you see, push off. So this little door pulls forward to push the bale off. So the other day, the spike on this side broke. It was a bit bent before, but it finally snapped. So I've just swapped it now with the one off other bale spike. And I tell you now why I've taken off. But this one came now with a bush in the middle, two of them. So this one had the big spike in the middle here and a shorter spike in the bottom. We don't like this as much on a bobcat. So while that was broken, we were using this, but we didn't like it as much. This one now had two bushes welded here already and two spikes. And we really like this on a bobcat. So when you want to, say now we want some hay for a cow who was calved, you can use two spikes, go into the top of the bale and lift the chunk off it. So we do like this configuration. So what I'll do now is, I've taken a spike off this. I'm going to burn out holes there, weld a couple of new bushes in. So basically make this exactly like the one. So a small hole for a thread there. See a small hole in this for a thread there. Put over each other, so you can see. You can sort of line it up in the middle there. And trace around it. I'll follow a pencil there with a plasma cutter. So that's it, prepped, ready for welding. I've ground the rust off around the holes there. So what I'll do first is I'll line these up, measure them out, line them up. I'll tack in place. I'll take the nuts off again and take the spikes off. Then I'll finally weld right round both sides. So the reason for taking these off to actually weld it up is basically, if I don't have these in place, I can put it right forward and have a nice flat place to weld. Plus, the heat won't ruin the threads here and the nut here. So the heat could sort of expand and contract the nut there and sort of make it bind on the threads there. So better to take them off completely, really, all around. So that's it done. Just need to give it a coat of red oxide around it and it'll be right then. I've also marked this side there. So the same spike goes back on it that I lined up, just in case there's a bit of difference in them. So that's this job done. I've found a rattle can of red oxide. Isn't the best, but it'll cover it anyway. So I'll tighten these spikes in place now. These are 36mm nuts. It's a chrome socket, but it identifies as a impact one, so that's alright.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
So what torque should you tighten these nuts to? As Lord Muck puts it, all of them.
Just gonna send it!
Right now. Might have to do that a couple of times because the paint on this now hasn't actually bedded in here yet and the thread here hasn't rusted to actually hold in place. So it could wiggle itself loose a couple of times now.